What's up, boys? We're back. Today we're with my man, Michael Ho. If you already don't know Michael, in the Philly area, he's young, but he's kind of like a real estate OG. And like, if you've been doing deals for a little bit, you know Michael. He's got a great reputation. He does a ton of deals, and he moves super correctly. Bro, thank you so much for coming on. I've been looking
Thanks for having me, man. Honored to be a guest on your show.
Thank you. I think that is a compliment. There we go. As we start things off, then, how did you even get involved in this real estate thing? How did you start doing real estate in the first place?
So, I'm 32 right now.
Okay.
And I went to Drexel originally for nursing school. And I had a full ride scholarship there. I went to Central High School, 269. And I got kicked out of the nursing program like a year before I was supposed to graduate. And I was just like a shitty student, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing night shift, but I'm also partying on the weekend. I'm like taking an extra 30 minutes for lunch break. And, I just wasn't I wasn't built to be a nurse, right?
Okay.
So I got kicked out the program, and with Asian parents, it's like, damn, my mom's going to kill me if she finds out I got kicked out. So I convinced her that, hey, I don't want to do nursing no more. I want to be in sales. I've always been a sales guy, right? I've been like flipping shoes, flipping Jordans, whatever, right? So I convinced her to switch over to marketing, and same thing. I just didn't take it seriously. Like, honestly, at that time, I felt like I was just in school to appease my parents.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where Drexel, they have a co-op program where you intern for 6 months and you go to school for 6 months. And when I went to go intern, there's 3 rounds, A round, B round, and C round. A round is the one that pays. B round, like hit or miss. C round is straight up internship. You're just somebody's like bitch, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And I couldn't get A or B. And on C, I saw that there was like an internship to work at Berkshire Hathaway.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait, I just met someone, like a family friend that works there. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, can you just make a fake position for me to like bullshit for around for 6 months? You know what I mean? So he did that. And I went there, learned the game. I met like my mentor there. And I got like my license before I went back to school.
Oh, it's cool.
And then when I went back to school, I'm like in class running comp, trying to like price deals out, like just straight up already like involved in it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, why am I even still in school? I think the turning point, the breaking point for me was I went to class one day with my laptop, getting ready to do what I'm going to do. And the teacher was like, all right, everyone put your laptop away. It was like the fucking finals day. I'm like, I didn't even know what the final. I guessed every single answer, didn't know shit. Got like a 36 on the final exam. And I'm just like, yo, I'm just straight up wasting my time here.
Yeah,
so I just told my parents I'm going to quit. And they didn't take it well, but they're like, oh, real estate agents don't make any money. Your aunt's a real estate agent and she only sold 1 house last year and that house was to us. You know what I mean? So they were just very like, they had my best interest at heart.
Of course.
But they're just very limited on what they've been exposed to. Like they're like typical immigrants, work hard, get a good job,
be a doctor, be a lawyer.
Exactly. Yeah. So I wanted more for myself. Not even that. I get bored very easily. And I just can't like sit or work in the same place every single day doing the same thing, right?
Okay.
So yeah, just went from there. I think like the first year I did wholesaling / being a real estate agent. I made like 36 grand working like 80 hours a week. And then the second year,
not smart.
Huh?
Hard, not smart.
Yeah, well, just getting the skin in the game, right? Because you're a new agent. When you're a new agent, everyone knows you're a new agent. You start reposting all these new deals, like they're not yours, right?
Yeah.
Like you get that, but once you're consistent enough, like year 2, year 3, year 4, when you're like pumping them out, that's when I feel like you get that credibility. So the second year I made like 65, the third year I made like 105, and then every year after that just kept going up.
Kept snowballing.
Yeah, so pretty much how I got into it.
Heck yeah. And so correct me if I'm wrong. So you do a little bit of everything now. You doing wholesale, you're actually doing flips now, you still practice as a real estate agent.
So I think the problem that I had before was that I tried to be like a jack of all trades. Because I know how to do it, right? Like I know how to do property management.
Yeah.
I know how to be a leasing agent. I know how to do flips. I know how to like have a rental portfolio. Like it just every aspect of real estate I know because I already tried it. But unless you kind of go all in on one specific niche, you can't ever really scale to that level unless you already scaled it to that level.
Then you can add new
And
things
then
on
on
to
autopilot, and you like turned it to a business, or you have a partner running it, and then you can build something else. But I think for me, my foundation always was wholesaling. And then at that point, I like kept some of the deals myself, flipping, rentals, whatever, right? But I think last year, or actually 2 years ago, was when I decided, okay, let me just liquidate most of my rental properties because it's just too much of a headache. I don't like dealing with tenants, and I feel like I'm too easy on them too. Like they just take advantage of me. So yeah, I just really scaled back on that and decided, okay, let me just go straight up development because that's what I actually like to do, like new construction, like straight. I like my end goal. I think right now, not end goal, but something that I like to do within the next 5 years is to like buy 100 acres and put like 50 to 100 new homes on them and pre-sell them. Right? Like that's what I want to do. So right now, I think anything that I do on a day-to-day basis is really just only going to be mini step toward that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, and being an agent is just, I'm already looking at houses every day. So there's no conflict of interest anymore when it comes to me being an agent versus an investor, because back then, if I'm an agent and my clients are investor, but I'm also an investor, then I'm also like cherry picking the deals for myself. And it's also like, okay, anything you ever push out, it's not good enough because you don't want them, right? So you're just giving me shit deal. And I think that's why I never really scaled to that part where, because I know a lot of wholesalers that are doing crazy numbers, but they sell everything. They don't buy anything for themselves.
Heck yeah.
Right.
That's where I'm trying to be. I don't want to buy a damn thing.
Right. So right now, like I'm not say completely, but I'm like pretty done with the Philly market. So since then, anything I pick up, I just literally push out to my clients and it helps them do well.
Okay.
And it's just been like, like a circle of life. You're just feeling each other at that point,
Okay. Well, let me ask, are you and Santo still partners on with everything that you guys do?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. So you got...
Well, not everything that we do. Like mostly the wholesaling business right now, but like we're not, he's like family at this point. I opened an ice cream shop. Yeah, I opened an ice cream shop in 2017, and he was like one of my employees there.
That's so funny.
He already always wanted to like get into real estate, but he like wanted to learn from me and my other old partner at the time, because there was always like Lambos and GTRs outside the ice cream shop, and he was already going to be in it with or without me. I think I just maybe helped him out, and he helped me out too.
Cool.
But mostly on the wholesaling side. But he's like getting into the rhythm of flipping right now. We have flips that we do together too, but I have stuff that I do on my own. He has stuff that he do on his own, but we're still like constantly sharing plugs and helping each other out. So like no competition at all. So,
okay.
Yeah.
For any of you in the Philly market, any of you young wholesalers that are watching this, if you ever see Santos Rivera post up a deal, this is Michael. That's Michael O, too. That's his partner. You don't get a lot of the credit on that. A lot of people don't know that you're even involved in the wholesale. Like a lot of the younger generation, like the freshman class of wholesalers, none of them even know, because you don't typically yourself post on the internet deals that you're dispoing. It's usually somebody else on your team. Yeah. I think that's how it is with a lot of the big guys.
I'd rather just have him take all that credit.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because he's probably better with the younger crowd because he's like their age too.
Yeah, everybody knows his name on Facebook because he's the one that puts them all up there.
Yeah. I mean, we've been tagging each other a little bit more just for a little bit more exposure. But like, for example, like a lot of like most of the stuff that he does in Reading, like we're in it together.
Yeah.
But I want him to have all that shine because I want him to be like the king of Reading. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah. Well, you guys are making it that way. See, I'll tell you that. Yeah. So, dude, tell me about your wholesale business. So what are you guys doing right now for marketing?
I mean, we're constantly trying new shit out. I think the wholesale market got super saturated. There's a lot of people that are teaching the classes that I feel like aren't qualified to teach. And then a lot of the people who are taking the classes, it's such a low entry barrier, career. So you can just get in like this, and then you can get in, and then if you don't know your numbers, you kind of fuck up the market for everyone. If you lock a seller in too high, now you set this expectation with the seller that this is the number that they can get. And now you can't get the seller lower, or it takes more time for them to actually finally realize. Right?
Yeah, you halted it up an extra 6 months, 9 months.
Yeah. And then I mean that's kind of the problem that I have with a lot of the wholesalers now, because not only do I feel like they lock it up too high, but at the end of the day, if you're a wholesaler, who are your clients? Your clients are the investors, the buyers, right? I feel like it's more of instead of a wholesaler being a tool that investors use it to find good deals and to make money, it's more of a competition where it's like they have to negotiate themselves, where if a wholesaler makes too much on a deal on the front end and the investor gets fucked, then that investor isn't going to be able to buy again, right?
Exactly.
So I think too much of that is happening right now, and you have all these other new wholesalers that are working with new investors that don't know shit about their numbers. Oh yeah, cause rehab is $30K for this full gut rehab. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. But I see a lot of people who bought bad deals and you're stuck with them on the market right now.
Yes.
You know? And it's unfortunate, but you know, it's the way it is. But they just passed this new law where they're going to regulate that a little bit more. So I think because and this is why I told you I disagreed with you, right? Because for us, we'll be fine. You'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
And it's like an incentive for you, because I really think you should get your real estate license.
For me, I think it's going to be good because it'll just knock it. Like, let's say they enforce it. If they enforce it, who knows if they will, but if they do enforce it, man, just gotta wipe out like most of the competition. It's gonna be awesome.
Exactly.
And I'll just buy it. I'll just actually take it down. Like, I have so much access to capital now, especially from doing this.
Yeah.
But I'll just take it down and I'll just list it.
Right.
Whatever.
Well,
but I'll have to get it low. It's bad. I think it's bad for the seller, because in order for me to do that, though, I got to get it cheaper. I think it's going to ultimately now the only people that are wholesaling them are people that are smart, sophisticated, educated with money, instead of just like some random kid that's learning how to do it in West Philly, you know? So now their only competition is like guys that are super smart, sophisticated, and we need to get it cheaper in order to afford to take it down, deal with the closing costs on both transactions. So I think it's bad for the seller.
I mean, it's a hit or miss, right? Because right now, with this whole, the reason that they have this bill for more disclosure, you already do it. So it's already like flow with your normal business.
Yes, it doesn't.
You'll straight up tell the seller, look, I'm going to resell this, but as long as I hit your number that you want, you're happy, right?
Yeah.
So if I make a grand on top, then you don't care. But if I make 10 grand on top, like, you don't care, because you still get your number. You're still happy.
Yes.
But a lot of wholesalers, they don't operate that way, right? Oh yeah, I'm buying it. My partner's doing this. I've done it before. I get it. I get it on the wholesale side why it could be deemed as somewhat shady, because you're not being 100% transparent. But that's only because sometimes as the seller, they get too emotional. Like, I don't want to call it like a hating mentality, but that's kind of what it is, right? Why do you care how much I make on a deal?
Yeah, you shouldn't care.
Right. As long as you get your number and you're happy,
you should be happy.
What does it matter to you what I'm making, right? So sometimes it's hard for people to kind of wrap their head around that, and I don't blame them. Like, I get it. But with this new bill now and I do hope they enforce it, everyone needs a license. So now they have like actually laws and ethics that they have to follow by, or they get banned.
Yeah.
And then they can't practice anymore. And I think because part of the reason why Philly's doing so bad is because it's just so much, so many bad deals that are stuck on the market where people overpaid and whatever, and now it's just like sitting there, and it's just kind of like one big perfect storm that just happened over the last 3 or 4 years, Yeah,
wholesaling got hot and everybody came into it. They screwed the market up.
Bro, I lost $500,000 on that year. I bought like 10 houses in Philly, and when the rates went up, I got destroyed, bro.
I heard that from a lot of people. Me on the wholesale side, that year I got destroyed because that happened to everybody, and then everyone stopped buying for so many months.
Yeah.
Got all this money coming and going out for marketing, but oh man, no one's buying.
Yeah.
Made it tough.
Yeah. But part of the business.
Part of the business. You're out of the city now. You're in Bucks County. Big's in Bucks County guy now, right?
Trying to be, yeah.
I think that's smart. I think that's so smart. I'm done. I'm not going to spend a single dollar in the city ever again.
I think for me, one, because it's convenient for me to be there, because I live there. And now that I have access to more capital, it's like, why flip 4 houses to make the same amount of money as if I were just to flip one?
Exactly.
And then I could also be more creative with the rehab instead of working with a box that's in Philly, right? More land. It's definitely a learning curve too. Like, I never really thought about doing the exterior of a property as much, like landscaping wise and everything else. But
now it matters for you.
it's like a third of the budget now. Yeah.
Is it really a third of the budget?
Bro, roofing in Philly cost me like $3,000, $3,500.
Those are still good numbers in Philly, though.
Yeah. In like the burb,
Yeah.
minimum 10 grand. Minimum 10. I think the most recent one I spent like 15 on it. That's just the roof. And then you have like another 1,500 for the gutters. And then deciding if it needs a full removal, you're spending like 15 to 20 on that. So it adds up. And then you got the steps, the landscaping, you know what I mean? The French drain on the out. It's a lot, bro. So already paid my dues with the mistakes on those. But, yeah.
That's okay. Those are sometimes the best way to learn a lesson is that way. At least
Yeah,
for me, that's the only way I really do it.
I mean, unless you feel that L, you're not gonna learn.
Yes, yeah. I got to get beat before I admit that it's real. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I understand. So are you guys just doing flips out there? Are you wholesaling out there also?
Say that again?
Are you guys just flipping out there or wholesaling there also?
I'm not, like, I've been kind of picking up everything, so I haven't really been wholesaling.
Okay.
But I think right now, like, I'm looking at this New Hope deal right now, and they want like $1 million for the land. And I think construction cost is going to be like 2. And I think the outfill is anywhere from 4 to 5. But it's hard when you play out there because it's like there's the comps are everywhere. It's not like the city, right? Like it's like a 13 acre land, and it's like if I make a mistake with my number, it's gonna cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, big,
right?
High risk, high reward.
Right. So I think for that one, if I pick that up, I'm probably gonna pause like on everything else. Unless it's like super easy, but that will be like, once I pick that up, I'm going to slow down just to focus on that and kind of go from there.
That makes sense. That's a lot of money to have tied up in a project.
Yeah. So at that point, if I pick it up, then if a deal comes my way and I don't want it, at that point, I'll probably wholesale it. But
okay. Then you're going to be more wholesale heavy with the acquisitions.
Yeah. But as of right now, no, I'm not really wholesaling. Kind of like anybody. So if I feel like if somebody reached out to me like they wanted to flip in bucks, I'd rather just propose a partnership instead of trying to wholesale it to them.
Okay.
Like if you have money that you want to do, let's just partner on it. Yeah. I'll do all the work. It's already working for me. You just give me the money and we'll figure out a split that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything, all the leads that you guys are getting out there, you're just keeping yourself.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's powerful, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the leads out there too, like, you know, sometimes you can't wholesale a house because it doesn't need renovation. And that's why I was going to push to you, like, bro, I think you're cutting yourself short by only being a wholesaler. Because you have the personality to be a real estate agent. You already know how to run numbers, and you're already a people person. So why are you, like, cutting yourself short from this whole other avenue of ways to make money? Even if you sell a deal for your wholesaler, I mean, to your client, an investor. Yeah. Tell them to give you the listing on the back end.
No, you're absolutely right. If they're doing a flip, I should be getting a listing on the back end.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's smart. There's nothing I've never done, but I should do it. You're absolutely right.
You will do it.
I will do it if I'm going to stay.
Regardless of that, you should just still do it, right? Like, what would be your excuse to me right now why you wouldn't get your license?
No, I don't have an excuse. My brother, I had no excuse why I wouldn't get the license.
All right, so just make this commitment to me right now on video that you're going to get your real estate license.
All right, I promise I'll get my license.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, I'll get my license.
It doesn't even have to be with my team, but if you want to, you know what I mean? Rock out together.
Okay. Yeah. How did you start partnering up with Josh? So Josh Farley and him, Josh sells all his stuff. Yeah. Josh is all over social media doing deals with him. How do you guys get together?
So he'd been following me on social media for a while now. And he's like one of the guys that, like, a lot of people message me and they always want to pick my brain or they want to send me deals and stuff, but I just never take them serious. Not because of my ego or anything, but it's just like, there's so many of them. How do I, like, decide which one to, like, build or engage with? So he sent the deal that he sent me to Santo, and Santos, like, looked into it and was like, yo, let's do it. Okay. And then I went to go look at it, and he met me there at the property. And the number didn't really make sense. And I think what made me pay attention to him was that he forfeited his commission on that deal to make it work for us. And I'm like, all right, that's some shit that I would do. But, like, you don't really see that from a lot of people. Like, one, you don't even know me, right? to do that as a favor for me. But if you're doing that because you feel like there's potential in this relationship and you want to build on it, then I respect it, because I do the same thing. And when he did that, that's when I'm like, all right, let me talk to this guy.
He's a real one. I want to mess with him.
Right. So after that, he just kept consistently sending me deals. And I'm like, before I got close with him, I'm like, yo, bro, I have my license too. Like, I could, like, why won't I just make the offer myself and get that 2.5% discount as the agent? Or why would I not list my own property, then save that money for myself? And I was very short-sighted for me to think that way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, what am I trying to do right now? Am I trying to be a real estate agent, or am I trying to be a developer? I'm trying to be a developer. So every second of every hour should be doing developer things, right? Let me let the agent handle the agent side of the thing, because they're probably better at it than I am anyway. And after that point, we kind of just came to an agreement of, hey, he did pretty much give me every single deal that comes, and I'll buy them, and then I just give him the listing on the back end. And then because of that, like, how I told you, as an investor, as a wholesaler, your client is the investor. Yeah. So he's feeding fuel to the fire that feeds him, right? So because he's not worried about trying to make money off me, and I actually have my best interest at heart of giving me the best deal so I can make the most money, then I reciprocate with him by giving him the listing. Yeah. And it just becomes something that snowballs. Whereas he tries to make too much or wholesale the deal for me, where he makes 20 grand and then I end up making 15 grand on the flip after 6 months. How did that work for me? And why would I want to continue buying from you? Right? Exactly. So it was definitely something that took a while to get there. But right now we're just, he made it so easy for me that there's listing that I'm giving him listing for shit that he didn't even bring me. Yeah. Right. Just, at that point,
he's good. He's easy to work with, right?
Yeah. So that's why we partnered too, because he already had the structure to be able to handle business. Yeah. So for me, I can just stick to what I'm good at, which is ultimately at the end of the day, I think networking. And if I bring a client in, or if I bring a deal in, I can just put it through the system and it just take care of itself. You know what I mean? I do. So that's why I'm all right. It makes sense to be an agent again.
Okay. Yeah. I guess it would make sense to be an agent again. Yeah. Then. So how many deals would you say that y'all are doing right now, between wholesale, things that you're actually keeping to flip, things that you're passing along?
I think I have 12 active rehabs right now. I have 12 active rehabs, and I have 7 new construction that I already bought, but I didn't get the permits for yet. Okay. So I'm just waiting on that to come in, and then I'll start building on that. And then as far as wholesale deals, again, there's really maybe 4 or 5 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the most successful thing that you do for marketing right now to get all these deals?
It's tough to say. A lot of the deals that come to me are referral based, and I know you can't. Nice. It's hard to scale that because it's it's not always there. It's just it should be, referrals should be just the cherry on top. You should never have a business strictly based on referral unless you're already at that level where there's too many referrals. Right? Yeah. But if you're starting off, you have to be able to spend money on marketing and spend money on leads to be able to get to that place to begin with.
For sure.
So I think right now a lot of it is just cold calling.
Okay, you guys are still cold calling?
Yeah, still cold calling. But we actually cold call. We don't pass it to a VA where somebody calls and you hear the accent right away and they just hang up. I'll cold call them myself.
Oh, you're cold calling yourself?
I cold call a more filtered list. Okay. Let's say. I wouldn't just get a random list. Okay. And then after it got vetted and there's potential warm leads, then I'll cold call.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, who do you guys have doing your calling? I talked to Santos about this a year or 2 ago. I'm sure things have changed.
Santos calls sometimes too. We have, and then my boy Mark, who we work with me and Santos, and then we have some VAs that cold call too. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. VA warms them up or something, then you all take over or something.
Pretty much, yeah. The VA warms it up, and then depending on if they're actually interested or not, then we send in the actual closers to get the deal done. I don't want to be a closer. I do because I know I'm good at it, and I feel I'm confident to the point where there's not a deal that I can't close. But at the same time, I don't want to spend like my day doing that, even though that's what brings in the money.
Yeah.
So that's why now it's like if it's big enough, then I'll go in and do it. If not, I'd rather just even if the deal doesn't happen, I'd rather let like our sales guy build that experience of fucking a deal up and learning from it, and then just slowly getting better from there, you know?
I get that. Okay, man, still cold calling. I dig that.
Yeah.
I cold call for a little bit, but trying to scale, maybe it was a little too tough. As someone who, like, I don't have a team, and I don't want a team other than, like, my lady. So it's tough. You can only get so big, you know? So I'm out of the cold call. But if you got a couple guys, cold call could be slamming, man. Everyone could do it, could bring in deals that way. Collectively is good.
Yeah. But remember, like, I think your clients are not the sellers. Your clients are your investors, right? Those are the people that are making you money. So I think even if you don't cold call, like, I feel like there's so many other ways that wholesalers should be able to make money outside of even just selling real estate.
For sure.
Right.
Bro, I've learned this year, man. Yeah. Wholesaling is so simple. Yeah. If you do it right, it's so simple. Yeah. It's so simple, man. You should, but I'm like, really, like, I think my client is my fucking self. And if I send you a deal and you buy it and you get stuck on it, I'm fucking myself in the future. And I love myself. I don't want to screw myself in the future. I want to make sure if you're shopping with me, I want to make sure you can always shop. I don't want to hold anybody up.
I think, the first deal I bought from you on Elliott Street.
You bought something from me and you did get stuck on.
I bought two deals from you.
Yeah, but one you got stuck on, I think.
Yeah, we took an L on that one, but that was because it was part of that that market change period.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody.
I didn't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame anyone.
Everyone got stuck on everything on that one.
Yeah. Plus, that was originally supposed to be a rental too, but at that point, we kind of just wanted to get out of it.
I get that.
And then the Chew one, we just went under contract on that one too.
Oh yeah, are you guys gonna do well on that? I hope so.
I kind of just I have a partner on that deal.
Yeah.
And I kind of just helped him on the funding side and idea side and like design side, but he kind of wanted to do his own, and I don't blame him. I think here's the biggest problem right now for a lot of rehabbers. They're fixing the house to their standards.
Okay.
Right? And their standards aren't what sells on the market sometimes.
All right.
Just because you like it doesn't mean that the person that's actually going to buy the house is going to like it.
Yeah.
And I think they went a little too crazy on that house, where they just made it too.
It's their dream house, but maybe not for the
color.
market.
The color was a little freaky.
Okay.
I mean, it sold. It was like good craftsmanship and workmanship, but the color just didn't
held it back.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think if they went with a different flow, it would have sold for a lot more. But that's just them taking pride in their work, which I respect. You
can't knock them for it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it that way, but hey, God bless them. You know, what the heck? I dig that, man. So, man, you're doing all your deals through the cold call and then basically referrals. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So much. Do you guys have a big overhead, like as far as like on a marketing standpoint? I'm sure with all your projects that are going on, your overhead for that is probably pretty high. That's a lot of projects.
Santos would know more about that than I do because he kind of just handles the finance side on that.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure we're spending anywhere from like 5 to 10 a month right now.
On marketing?
Like, well, like just the expense total, like marketing, cold callers, all that. Okay. Mojo, whatever.
That's a good budget then.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys, if you shoot that's cold call, you guys are getting a lot of dials, and then if that's what you spend, and I love that.
Yeah. I think like right now, or even this year, I probably got more than $5 million of referrals for listing on the market. And that's like without me trying. That's why I'm like, damn, why am I not taking advantage of it?
You're silly not to, so that's good.
I'm about to get my headshot. I'm about to put like a suit and tie back on. You know what I mean? Be a real estate agent again. So
I should do it. You're right. I'm glad that I'm glad that you convinced me. Why not get my license? How long did it take? Like a month or two. If I really try, I'm low key pretty smart, so I think I can pass. I'm good with these tests. That's smart on your part that you're gonna start practicing as an agent again.
Yeah,
that's smart. And for me, it could be good. So if you young wholesalers in PA, think about this. They're going to make you get your real estate license anyway. There's no reason not to get it. You heard it here. I'm going to get mine. And you can get the dang listing on the back end. That's pretty smart. It's a lot of money I'm leaving on the table for sure. Exactly. And even if I take that and I have a co-listing agent, that's really the one that does it, and I just take a little tax from them so it doesn't slow down my acquisition.
Bro, all right, so hypothetically, if you wanted to do that and you join our team.
Yeah, I would just, Josh or Ian, you listed up Mike. You be the one and let me eat on it.
Exactly.
Simple, bro.
Yeah.
Simple. I mean, rock with y'all. Why not?
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying no. I'm pretty sure you qualify. But I think that the approach that Josh has taken on the team is definitely like, you can't join even if you wanted to. Like, you have to be a hitter.
Okay.
Like, everybody on the team is going to be a straight hitter. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
That's why I don't think there's a problem. But I'm just saying, like, I don't want to put it out there like, oh, if you're a new agent, come join us. Like, no, if you're a new agent, stay away.
Stay away.
Yeah. Like, nah, if you're a hustler, then it is what it is. Like, I think as long as you have a drive and your mindset is on point and you're open to learning, then it should be fine.
There we go. I like that. I dig that. I've actually been looking to do a bunch of novations, which is like, in the middle of the retail world and the wholesale.
Yeah.
In the wholesale world. But even if I had my license, I wouldn't list them. I'd still have somebody else list them,
I think for you to be an agent and you learn that side of the business, like for me, I feel like I understand the whole circle right now when it comes to a transaction. Actually, I don't understand it for the commercial world yet, which I'm like, I want to get my foot into. But as far as like residential goes or like small multifamily, like I already kind of get it from every aspect of the buyer, the seller, the investor, the title company, the insurance agent, like all that part, I kind of already understand. So it kind of helped me negotiate better or just being able to position myself better or my client.
Yeah.
So I think if you're just a wholesaler and you haven't learned the agent side of the world yet, where you have to fill out seller disclosures for every property and do proper inspection. And outside of Philly, or even in Philly, U&O permit. And like all that stuff matters. And knowing that can help you negotiate better on the wholesale side sometimes as well.
You're right. And that's not something that I think of or a lot of people think of. So this is good advice.
And when you're an agent and people because right now, if someone goes on your page and they see Nick and they say, okay, he's a wholesaler. And if they don't understand, because there's always good and bad of everything, right? Good and bad cop, good and bad agent, good and bad wholesaler. Wholesalers, for the most part, have a bad rap.
Yes.
But if you position yourself as an agent who also wholesale, now when somebody or one of your homies want to sell a house, they'll hit you up and be like, yo, I want to sell this crib. Can you help me list it or find a buyer? Versus them thinking that you're a wholesaler and be like, I don't want to give it to him because he's going to take too much. Or I can make more selling it with an agent. So a lot of times you're going to get more leads that way in general. Hey, I want to sell my house. Mm-hmm. And at that point, you can either wholesale it or list it or whatever it is, depending on what the property is.
Okay, yeah, more options with all the leads that I get rather than, wholesale and just give it away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that.
Because, I get retail things, but, I give them away strategically to different people.
Yeah.
I got a guy that lives in this building, actually, that we do deals together with. We both spend money on marketing. He's an agent. When he gets banned, shitty things that come into his pipeline that he can't do anything with, he throws them to me, and vice versa.
Right.
So, I kind of use those leads as currency, but I may get more out of actually doing something with myself, for myself. I didn't think about that.
Well, because you know what it is? Because you're smart, too, right? Think about it. A lot of the deals that you wholesale sometimes are already on the fucking market.
Heck yeah. I do one a month like this.
Right. So what does it say about the agent where if you can lock it up and resell it to an investor, I feel like at that point the agent is an idiot or they're just not doing their job or the buyer is getting ripped off. It has to be one of the other. Because if you have a deal listed at 100 and you're willing to take 60 on it.
Why would you list it at 100? You're crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm able to get one a month, because I'll be the only person that made an offer, because a lot of people are afraid to super lowball something.
Exactly.
But no, I am able to do one a month because there's enough realtors out there that are not doing right by their clients. And that's why I'm able to do it. Their client could have gotten 10, 20 grand more if you just listed it not crazy.
Correct. And it's their fault because sometimes they can't convince their client the proper price. And sometimes you're going to deal with sellers that are stubborn, and sometimes you're just going to have to test the waters and let them learn for themselves before they trust you. But, you have a lot of agents that are like, I'll only list it if you can get me this price. And they're like, all right, cool, I'll just list it. And then in
They
their
want the
mind,
listing.
I'm locking you into a 6 month to a year contract. So after the first 2 months, nothing happens, then I can talk to you about a price reduction because you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? Versus just being straight up honest with them, like, yo, it's not going to sell at that price. I don't want to waste my time and look like an idiot pricing this on the market that way. I'd rather just price it so that it sells and we both make money and move on, right?
Yeah.
So
Some people don't want to hear that.
right. But you just have to be able to convince them, that's all.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I think that's why I like the wholesale route. You know, I'm going to take my low ball shitty offer. You're not. I'm going to move on. You know, I don't really like convincing people of stuff.
That's true. Like you're less hands on as a wholesaler because you're strictly working with investors. And that was my problem before too. As an agent, I just didn't want to show the house, and all my investors, I'll just give them the lockbox to get into it. But I feel like when you do that with a homeowner who's trying to look for a home,
You can't do it that way.
yeah,
No,
I learned the hard way. I
you
lost
can't.
like 2 clients that way, and I feel bad. But you know, now that I'm like where I'm at,
Yeah.
it will be easy for me to be an agent in Bucks versus being an agent in Jersey. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's close enough
Okay. And you live out in Bucks.
right now. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it's your backyard, bro. Of course.
yeah. I'm in between Bucks and Philly right now, so that's why I could still operate in both. But
Okay.
oh,
Heck yeah. And do you? So you said you guys are done with Philly. Are you guys? You guys aren't going to spend any more money in Philly on marketing to Philly?
no, we still are.
Okay.
Like yeah, we had a couple. Like we have like maybe 4 or 5 appointments this week.
Okay, good. All right. So you guys are still spending money in the city.
Yeah.
What is your in the city? What is your average assignment? Do you know those figures or?
It's hard to say average because like there'll be deals where we make 20 or 30 on them, and then there'll be deals where we make 5. Or not my most recent, but I had a deal for a duplex that I sold my client, and I lost $9,000 on that deal. Yeah. So basically, long story short, even though there's a house literally right across the street, same style, same block, literally across the street, the comp for that was $490. So I'm thinking this house can get $490.
Yeah.
But they gave us like $450 because they averaged the other houses in the area. Because they can't just use one comp. Like an appraiser can't just use one comp. They have to use a couple. Okay. And because they brought in like lower comp, it made the average lower. And that fucked their deal up. And that, like, we were supposed, like, in the beginning when we went under contract, before the appraisal came back, we were supposed to make between like 3 people, like 30, 40 grand on that. And then it just got to the point where I told the one guy who brought the deal in, like, yo, just give it to my client because they want it. And because I felt bad that he was supposed to make money and everything got fucked up, I still paid him like a couple of $1,000 from the deal. And Santo took that L with me. Well, he didn't take the L with me. He didn't get paid. But I felt like that was my responsibility to cough the money up. So I paid my client back. And, I mean, they came out happy. I'm still happy. Yeah. Like, I do a lot of other stuff with them, so I'm not worried about it. But I just feel like there's not a lot of wholesalers or agents that would be willing to do that for their clients, which is why I'm like, damn, it's hard. It's hard out there for people.
For sure.
Well,
Yeah, it's definitely hard. But you guys, it seems like everything you guys do is tight knit, which I really dig. I'm sure like a lot of your deals, when you guys don't even put them on Facebook, you just send them like
correct,
in your immediate network.
Yeah,
which I think is really cool.
Yeah. Well, going back to what I said about feeling that circle, right? Where I help you, you help me, I help you, you help me. Because when you nothing wrong with doing it the other way, but I feel like it's more transactional that way. And I feel like how I operate is like 100% the opposite of being transactional.
Bro, for sure, I would definitely categorize you as the opposite of transactional.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems very much in the network. And I think Santos was telling me once, like you got like with your deals, you kind of make it like white glove service type of thing. You guys help them take care of the funding, all of this.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and that's why, like, because we got, I guess, over the last 10 years, experience in all the other lanes, and we developed the right relationship with them. Now it's like, all right, like for Kopia right now, that's the hard money company that I use. The number one borrower.
I met with someone over the owner of Kopia. I met with him in his office. He was an awesome guy.
Yeah, no, they're local. You know what I mean? Like they're all like, when you deal with certain lenders, sometimes it's like talking to a robot or like a corporate where you got to call the front desk and then they get rerouted to whatever. But I'm like, you call these guys directly, they pick up, they answer. And it became a product that I believed in so much that I'm like, yo, make a position for me. Like for me to legally broker the deal where they're not paying more, but they're just getting better service by working with me.
Oh, that's cool. So you have a thing with Kopia?
Yeah. So basically I can not write the loan, but I can, I can get you funded right now through Kopia.
Hey, if you want funding, my man, Michael Ho, hit him up. He got your back.
Yeah. So they really helped me scale a lot in the last couple of years. So
man, oh, that's cool. The access to capital is key. Man. So right now, okay, what the deals that come by your way, what percentage are you keeping versus selling, you think?
For what? For deals?
Yeah, the leads that are coming your way, you think?
Yeah, I mean, for Philly, I'm not keeping any of them.
You selling all
I lied. I bought 2 in South Philly. One on Annan Street and one on Bancroft Street in the Girard Estate area.
Okay, it's got to be a slam dunk.
It got to be, you know what? I'll still buy in Philly. It just has to be like area that moves.
Okay.
And when I say that, I mean, if there's too many actives in the area, then I probably wouldn't want to do it unless the price is right. Because, right now, how it used to be before the market crash was that if there was an ARV of 350 for a block and you're on the same block, in your head, okay, I can hit the 350. But for me now, it's like, all right, if the comp is 350, I'm just going to aim for 325. Because you don't want to price high, right? You want to be able to, like, move it right.
Yeah.
So I'll price it at 325, hoping to get 350. But if I don't, I don't. At least it just moves right away. And then I can just recycle the money and put it into another project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense, man. And there's a lot of active. South Philly used to be so hot, and now you got to be really picky about your neighborhood over there because it's not like
it's crazy, bro.
30 actives like within the quarter mile.
Like I've seen it. Like I moved to Point Breeze on 21st and Fernon, like right after college, like right when I got my license.
Yeah.
And it was such a bad area, empty lots everywhere. My house got robbed, and now it went. And then I went through that period where. And then I bought another house on 22nd and Tasker, and I lived there for a couple of years. And that's when everything was crazy. And that's when I was like, I hired the local guy to door knock, put flyers out, everything, right? And then it got to the point where when the market crashed and COVID hit, nobody wants the city anymore. Everyone wants to move out, So for me to witness the whole cycle was kind of crazy.
I bet.
Yeah. But I feel like it's coming back. There's a lot of opportunities right now because, like you said, you can get a house. The MLS is a better market for me right now than the wholesale market.
Bro, preach to the choir.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that's on the market that's just sitting. Just hit them, kick them. It's not even like you're lowballing. They just price too high.
Exactly. Yeah. You're the only one that was willing to just make a real offer.
Right.
It's so funny. That's where I get so many deals like that. I locked up a deal on Saturday. I locked the deal up. It was only in the market for a day. And they listed it at $115. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got it at $80,000. I thought I'd sell it at $100 because everything else was selling at $100, but I had never seen it. It was sight unseen for me, only the pictures.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more messed up than I thought, and I sold it at $90.
Yeah.
But bro, they could have just listed it at $100.
Yeah.
If they listed it at $100.
So when you make a deal on the market, who represents the buying side on the MLS?
The listing agent.
Oh, so they get both sides then?
They get both sides of the commission.
So they represent you as the buyer?
Oh, yeah.
So it's an incentive for them, too, to take your offer?
100%. Some of them don't operate that way, and they just, link me with somebody in their office or whatever, but, they should definitely take my offer.
Yeah.
What the heck? If they want to just, if it's transactional for them, they should make the offer. If it's not transactional, maybe another story, but... yeah, it definitely helps me. I'll tell you that much. It helps. Yeah. But the ones I get at least one a month because someone didn't know really how to price it, and I didn't have any competition. And, the seller just wanted to sell it. They didn't even care. It was just the agent that didn't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Feel
bad.
I feel bad, too. Yeah. I think whether they're an agent or a wholesaler, inexperience can hurt a seller. But it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast.
You know what's crazy, though? It's not even inexperience, because I see like agents that've been in the game for 20 plus years, and they'll tell me like, I've been an agent since you were like in diapers or whatever, and they're still idiots.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, damn, like I feel like if I actually tried to be an agent again, I would just like, who would be the competition?
Yeah.
Josh, like I'm on the same team with him.
Yeah, so we'd be
We're
good.
working together. So
Yeah, well, if I'm an agent, I only want to sell new construction, and like on the agent side, I only want to do new construction or like brand new renovated things, you know? So that if you're like an agent that's crushing, you're probably only touching those type of things. So if you're just like full crushing and you have like a big team, you're only touching the top stuff. Everything else you're giving it away. So like the reality is, if you're a realtor and you're dealing with like a $100,000 property, like you're either fresh or you're an idiot. That's usually how it goes. It's very rare that like I'm doing these deals, it's someone has experience with that stuff, you know, like, or it could be someone who's a shark and just like somehow randomly they have this beater listing and they're only listing it as a favor. Like they can, like maybe the same guy can get you the best price possible in that neighborhood if it's super nice, but he doesn't know the construction costs, you know, he just knows like, oh, if we do this color and blah, 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 we can slam this out, or you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of deals with those people that they don't really have much shell experience. You know, they don't know how to price it. Of course, they priced it wrong. They're not supposed to know that. You know.
you mean at the seller or at the agent?
No. If you're the agent selling it, you know what I'm saying. Like if you're the listing agent and like you price it wrong, sometimes there will be people that have been in the game for a long time, but all they're worrying about is like their only experience is selling nice stuff, not beaters. You know.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes, you know.
Yeah, I
Our
think,
market, you're right. There's a lot of things hidden just in plain sight.
bro, like all the people that are like pushing out new construction, they only have those listings because they probably sourced the deal to begin with, right?
Man, you're probably right.
And who sourced the deal better than wholesaler? That's what I'm saying. Like it's just such an easy thing that you're missing out on, but at
You
the
are
same
right.
time, yeah, like
You're right.
You're not just like I remember V2 Builder, Vinny. I met him once. I don't think. Yeah,
I've heard of him. I don't know him. I heard
yeah, he does really like. I think one of the biggest developers in Philly right now. And
Sure.
he was like, if you bring me a deal, then the listing is yours. You know what I mean? And I think it got to the point where, you know, there'd been a few consistent agents with him where they'll just like bring him the deal and then they just get the listing right away. And they just kept helping them both scale as well. So
I mean, it's a good way to do it. It's definitely a good way to do it. I think it.
you have to add value to your client.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like why else would I pay you a commission? Like I can just list it with anybody, right? So, you know, adding value.
So, for a younger person just getting into this, what would you give them as like if someone's just been new and started and they're trying to get some traction? What would you advise them to do?
I would advise them to buy my course. Like no,
He likes throwing them
nah.
on the course.
Honestly, I feel like it had nothing to do with real estate, just in business in general. But I feel like mindset is just so important, right? Like developing and understanding and like self-development, reading books to teach you concepts and understanding how to build relationship with people.
Okay.
It's going to be hard for young people to get this right away because they're probably so fixated on how to make money that they forget, or they're in positions where they can't breathe and they have to make the money, that they can't really see like the end goal, which is ultimately just providing value to other people, and then you're gonna get it right back if you do that, right? And just understanding how to build relationship and network, because there's a lot of like scumbags that are out there that, you know what, I don't want to speak too much on that, but just learning how to properly talk to people. You know what I mean? Understanding that, and once you have like a good foundation of even knowing who you are, what your character flaws are, what you're good at, what you're bad at, and learning sales, right? Regardless of what that might be. Honestly, I feel like being a real estate agent probably the best way, because some brokerage actually trains you on how to like call or whatever, but everything's on YouTube, right? Like you can just literally go on YouTube and learn and how to be better that way.
Yeah, for sure. I taught myself how to wholesale from YouTube.
Right, exactly. You don't have to like pay someone 10 grand to learn that.
No.
Like, it's free on YouTube. The difference, I think, is that what separates you from the people that are just starting is that a lot of people start because they get, you know, they're dreamers, right? They're dreamers. So they have this idea, okay, I'm going to start, I'm going to get this first deal, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that. And then as they like start that journey and they come and they run into all these road bumps, they're like, fuck, this is actually kind of hard. And then the people that actually sticks to it and learn from it and go through all that and they're still there, then at that point I feel like, okay, now you can kind of, you know, last in the ring and make money and whatever. Like,
Okay.
you know, because it's low entry, easy come, easy go.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people, like, they just quit way too easy. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Only a certain type of person is meant to make it, though.
Yeah. You know, I don't think I even answered your question. I guess my advice would be to, I would say find a mentor, which is kind of like a cliche advice, but the problem that a lot of people have is that they just reach out to the big dog on IG and ask for mentorship. But the only way you're ever actually going to get a response is if you can actually provide them a value.
Yes.
Right? If you
Oh, hell
can't,
yeah.
then why would they waste their time trying to mentor you? Like, who are you? Like, don't feel entitled. Why do they owe that to you? Right? That's why people pay for that. But at the same time, I feel like when you pay for mentorship, it's not the same as having someone who actually wants
To see you win.
to see you win, right? Like, they just do it out of their own free time.
Yes.
And I feel like the only way, the best way, and this is like how I operated, you should probably just work for them for free. Show them that, like, how you are. Show them, like, how you move. And if they like you, and then they'll invest in you. If not,
Put
then
you
whatever,
on.
on to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to put you on. You got to pay your dues.
Yeah.
You got to eat the sand a little bit. That's all right.
Yeah.
I think that's really good advice. Mentorship is key. This year, I've gotten more mentorship this year than I've had, and I've doubled my business already this year. It's been the biggest year for growth for me, and it's all because of the mentorship I'm getting.
Bro, I think even on this show, like, you just, you put people in front of the camera that don't have the same exposure on social media as you do. Maybe because they're older or they're just not in tune with social media as you are. And they get to leverage that for themselves. So they get value from that. And then you get to just be in the same room with them, have a conversation with them, pick their brain, right? And most of the time, if they're already doing well for themselves, they don't care about giving, like, valuable information away.
Exactly.
Right.
No one, everyone I've had on, no one's been super worried about gatekeeping because they know that they're fine.
Yeah. Nah, that's the thing. Like, it's like my boy, well, actually my partner, he owns this restaurant called Chubby Cattle.
Okay.
And he's been helping me scale crazy, like, just being around him and learning from him. But it's like, yo, I can give you all the plugs, I can give you all the manufacturers, I can give you everything. I give you the landlord's information, I'll give you the whole setup, but you're not going to be able to do it the same way I can.
Yes.
So that's why it's like,
Knock yourself out.
right,
Yeah, knock yourself out.
here's all the information.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, like, I don't see the point in gatekeeping anymore. And I think for us, if we're trying to grow a business on social media or even just use that as a way to help our branding, we should legit just be giving valuable information that people should be paying for, right? Because,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then if it comes back, it comes back. If not, then, you know, it is what it is.
I think we think very similarly about the social media thing, that
Yeah.
for sure. Well, bro, before we wrap up, man, do you have any goals for your business this year?
I think I just want to be able to get that New Hope deal. I want to be able to.
Tunnel vision, aim small, miss small.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking about it nonstop. I want to be able to. It's like one of those giant mega mansions that you see in Texas right now.
Yeah.
Super high ceiling, crazy pool in the backyard with all this landscaping around it, like front, like gated entry and all that. And I just want to be able to, like, work on that. I feel like if I can successfully do that well, then it'll be like a stepping stone for me to, one, build brand name as like a luxury home builder.
Yeah.
And start pre-selling stuff. So now I could just buy a lot, do the plans, and just get the end buyer instead of investors to fund the whole thing because they want to, you know, live in that house.
Bro, I think that's smart. Jerry Norton, if he's going to do a flip, it's only luxury flips. He does a couple a year, makes at least $1 million every deal. Bro, it's the same amount of work. What the heck? Why would I do a normal flip if I could just be doing these?
Yeah. That's my problem
smart.
too. Like, in Philly, I'll make the house too nice because it's like, what's the price difference from using, like, granite versus quartz. What, $800? I'm like, fuck. What's the $800 to like make the house really, really pop?
Yeah, whatever.
But then it adds up though because I use that same logic with everything
For
else.
every part of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, like the tiles. It's another $400, $500 for this.
Whatever. I want it to be as good as it can be. Do I?
Exactly. And it doesn't always pay off, but I think for me, it's not always about the money, right? Because you can't really measure. Like
No.
people who, there was this house that got listed in Southampton, and they did such a fucking shitty job on the rehab. They was like a rental grade rehab.
Yeah.
And I hated it because I wanted the house.
Hot,
Yeah, I'm like, damn, they fucked it up. Like it could have been so crazy. And
Now
now
you made so much money on this, they screwed it up.
it's sitting on the market still. You know what I mean?
That breaks
But
your heart. That could have been your money, and you could have done it right.
not even that. I actually care about the aesthetic of it. Like,
Yeah.
like I want to be able to. I think the biggest thing about me is I care about my name too much. I don't think it's a problem, but
No, I don't think that's a problem. No, I think that's super cool. You
Yeah.
look at that as a negative?
yeah, no, I think it sometimes can be a negative because I think sometimes I'm too much of a people pleaser where because I don't want them to have such a negative experience, I sell myself short or I overextend myself, and I'm like learning to scale back on that right now.
Okay. Bro, do you know Tim T? Have you ever Tim T? In South Jersey, bro, I got to link you with Tim T. I think you would love Tim T. He's all about it. Like, you guys think the exact same about these rehabs.
Wait, what's his last name?
I don't know how to pronounce that, bro.
Stover?
No, Tim T.
Tim T?
No, he's a 50-year-old dude. I had him on here. Oh, there's no competition. He's the absolute biggest flipper in all South Jersey.
Okay.
All South Jersey. Over the past 12 months, he's done over 100 flips.
Yeah, that's wild.
Animal. Obsessed with his name. Tim T Properties. I've never seen somebody have so much pride in anything. He'll do that with every part of the house and be happy about it. He gives warranties on all the systems in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he's obsessed with his name. And you guys think very similar. I got to link you with Tim T. You would like Tim T.
Yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate that.
Dude, you guys would like each other a lot. He's solid. He's had a huge impact on me. I fucking love that guy.
I got some questions for you too, bro.
Dude, ask away.
Yeah. I feel like, what would you say is the biggest change in your mindset from when you started real estate to now? And how long ago was that?
I got into it in 2020, and I tell you what, every year I have different growth. So, like, if you caught me at December of last year, my mindset is super different from then in comparison to now, and my goals for myself, you know. But I think my relationship with money changed, and or the way that I look at my relationship with money in terms of my time.
That's good.
Yeah, 100%. When I was just getting into it, like the idea of making 10 racks on the books was so cool to me. I was like, bro, I could be the man. I get 10 racks a month on the books.
Well, you were trapping before?
No, I wasn't trapping, but like I was unemployed. You know what I mean? Like I was just selling insurance before, and I was super bad at it. I was so bad at it. I was at Drexel too, actually, and I graduated in 2016, and then I got wrapped up in that selling insurance thing. I was bad at it, and then I was unemployed for a year because COVID happened. I didn't know what to do, so then I found real estate. And man, I'm gonna make 10 on the books. God bless America. This is awesome. And now, like, out of the people I talk to every day, I'm the only person that doesn't make 100 a month. I'm the only person, and everyone teases me, and I in a fun way. They're all mentoring the shit out of me. You know what I mean? But like, what I think is a normal amount of money is different.
Nah, for sure. I mean, look, I know a lot of people that claim to make 100 plus a month. It's a lot of money. And they don't always.
Yeah,
or I know people that.
I promise you, these.
No, I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't. I've seen some of the people you had on your guys, like for sure.
The only people I have on here are hammers.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I just think that I don't know about you, but for me, whenever I hear that, it makes me feel two different ways, right? One is either I'm not doing enough, like because this month where I don't offer wholesaling fee, like I don't. Breaking 100 on wholesaling fee would be great for me. I don't think I do that on a monthly basis right now. But then again, it's not my main business.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, exactly. But you're also flipping stuff, and you're also selling. So like, it makes it a little different.
When I hear that though, I feel like it gets that competitive nature in me up. Like, damn, why am I not doing that? Like, I'm super capable.
Yeah.
So I like hearing stuff like that too. But then I also feel like this whole, we're in this new culture of. Unless they can show you or prove it to you, and they're just saying it, it's just it's flexing lifestyle of lying and making themselves seem bigger than what they are. Not that it's bad or good. I mean, technically it is bad, but I can't respect it.
Oh, if you lying about your numbers,
I respect you so much for even just admitting that. Like, oh yeah, I can't even wrap my head around that. But like, I feel like you'll get there though.
Oh no! I'm actually super cool. I'm gonna right now at the beginning of the year. I was probably like, let's say I was spending about $5 a month. I was probably walking away with like 15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I actually had 1 month where, bro, I don't know what happened. All my titles were super bad. I didn't even make anything. It was all the titles. And you know how
that should make me so depressed.
Right?
Yeah.
But I learned from that, like, no more doing deals I don't do deals in Strawberry. I don't spend money in Strawberry Mansion. I don't spend money in West Philly. I don't spend money in low ticket areas where there's a high percentage. Like, in those areas, your fallout rate's going to be 40% in those areas. That's crazy. No, thank you. And higher price points, the fallout rate is closer to 30, 25. That's what I'm going to state with. You know what I mean? But like, bro, I'm spending my money way better now. And man, like this month right now, June is going to be my best close. I don't have a week in June where I'm going to make less than 20 grand.
Right.
You know what? I had a deal today. So this week I'm making 15. But every other week for the rest of the month, I'm making 20 racks, bro. What the fuck? I'm really, really happy with that.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, but it's all because it's all because of the mentorship I'm getting, and I'm getting perfect advice. I was misspending all my money at first. Like, I'd be like, cool, I got a nice little fee. I'm going to spend all this on marketing right now, and like not have it planned out well enough, but just like overbelief in myself and screwing up the bag, you know. But I'm getting good mentorship right now for people that, like, I know the numbers. Everyone knows the numbers. The biggest guy, Santini Linciotti, I talk to him every day of my life. He sends me all his stuff. Like, I know what that guy's spending. He's spending over 100 racks a month on marketing alone.
Yeah.
Sending me the receipts and saying, get your money out, my boy. You know what I mean? Like, I know what he's spending because I see it.
Yeah.
I sat down with Phil Vaughn. He walked me through all the stuff. George Beatty's spending 100 racks every single month on marketing. George Beatty, though, is 5 times in his money, or 4 times in his money. He's bringing in 500 a month, bro. Killing it just in mail, you know?
He was the guy that I, with my old partner, because my old partner was like connected with him.
Yeah.
So he was the guy that I was like, yeah, that's who I want to be, like wholesaling wise. He was
animal.
pumping out crazy at it.
He still is. People don't even know who you have to be really in the game to even know who he is, because he.
Oh, I got lunch with him the other day.
I bet you did. Yeah, I saw it.
Cool guy. Yeah.
He's the man, bro. Crushing it in mail, you know. But like, I'm putting the work in and talking to these people every day. That's helped me dramatically. Yeah. But I'll be at the 100 by next year.
You're just upping your marketing budget. That's pretty much it.
Bro, it's all it is in doing bigger deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, Santini is doing at a minimum 20 deals a month, and his average assignment is 30 racks. I know because he sends me screenshots on his dashboard. I know what he's doing. Bro, this motherfucker's out there doing 20 30s. I know Phil Vaughn's doing the same amount. That's another guy doing 20 30s. What the heck, man? I can't do a 30 a week. I can't do 4. Come on. That's not that much. Yeah. A deal a week, it's not that much. Even, I don't know. That's how I've been looking at it now. But it's ad spend. Spending my money right.
What's stopping you from spending more on marketing then?
Oh, just my budget. I've been working it up.
So what did you spend on this month?
This month, not that much, like $4,000. But after this month, it's going to help me. Like, the month basically just started. You know what I mean? So I haven't spent a ton yet. After this month, going into next month, going into Q3, I'm going to double my budget.
So the only reason why you're not spending, let's just say, $20,000 on marketing next.
Oh, the reason, because I don't have it.
Okay. So
to spend for 3 months in a row.
But do you feel confident that you can get that back with a $20,000 marketing budget though?
Oh, fuck yeah! With not even a shadow of the doubt, and I have 1 million people asking to please just put the money in.
Why don't? So that's going to be my next question. Why don't you just raise the capital to do that or borrow the money?
Do you know that I do? All my friends have asked me to throw the money out, but I ain't taking the deal, my G. I just don't believe in that. I don't need to. I know that I don't need to.
Hey, but that's your pride talking, though.
No, it's not. It's not my pride talking. I would do that for a round or two, but I know that I don't really need to. I know that it can be gradual and it could be okay. I haven't been trying to take it big for very long, and I've learned so much on what I've misspent already. And I've put so much time into these relationships with people that are helping me, and I have a perfect plan. and I know I can do it myself. I don't need to take the deal with the label if I know that I can do it myself within a quarter. If that makes sense.
No, but so here's what I mean though. Like I disagree with you there, because I do think it's your pride and your ego talking. Because when I say like borrow money from your friend, one, I think you shouldn't even do it with your friends, right? Because if you lose the money and you can't, if it's a bad month or the market crashes again and you can't pay them back, then your relationship with your friends are gonna, hit the shitter. You should just you have a network of investors right now, right?
Oh yeah.
There's no reason why you can't, not even with them on the real estate side, but I'm sure you know people that make money that aren't even in the real estate business in general. Why can't you just be like, yo, let me just borrow this 20 grand, this is what I'm going to do with it, and I'll give you back 20% interest on that money in like 6 months, which is great. That's 40% return in 1 year, technically.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to do that deal? And you're only paying what, 20 grand, 20%, what is that, 4 grand? You're paying them back 24,000. If you feel that confident that you could make a return off that 20K marketing, why wouldn't you just leverage your relationship with these other people? Not that they want profit share, because that doesn't make sense. I think that's where you were thinking of when you said, I don't need them. I don't need to sign to a record label, right?
Yeah.
They don't. No, don't.
They would still good. They would do a debt deal with me too. I've been offered both, man.
Okay.
I just don't. It's not even call it an ego thing. Call it not an ego thing.
But
I'm just not. I'm not tripping on the time, and like where I'm at right now, I just keep doubling.
I'm gonna call you out on this right now, okay?
Do it.
Why? But if you know in your mind that, hey, if I spend 20 grand on marketing next month, then I could make 50 to 80. And you know that. You already claimed that you know that.
I can walk with 80 if I spend 20 racks. The thing is, I may have to spend it for a couple months in a row to build a pipeline and get things to click. I know what I would do. I would drop it on mail.
Okay.
So at least half the budget on mail, the other half on text.
Okay. So if you know that, like, and I truly believe that you truly believe that as well.
Yeah.
What is that one reason that is stopping you from doing that? And don't say that, oh, it's because I know I'll get there. Like, yeah, you'll get there. But if you know that, like, what are the cons of doing that?
The cons, it'll take me a little bit longer to snowball my marketing dollars. Like, not doing that, like doing it my own way, it'll just take me a little bit longer. I'm just comfortable with that, and I'm fine. I don't know, like, it's just less stressful for me.
Okay, so that's so stress.
Stress. Yeah, it's stress and mental bandwidth.
Okay.
I'm not in a rush like that. Like, I'm just not in a rush. I'd rather wait. Let's say it takes me 6 more months to be exactly. It's going to take me 2 quarters to build my marketing nut up to 20 a month. Like, I'm super comfortable with that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like, I don't know.
No, I know you're comfortable with that, but you answered my question though.
Yeah, the stress is not worth it.
It's stress.
The
The stress and the fear of, like,
The stress and the bandwidth is not worth it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm someone that keeps my own bandwidth very much at top of mind at all times with everything that I do.
Yeah.
And I just I wouldn't be as happy.
No, that's a good answer. Like,
Yeah, it's not cool to say, but like that's how I feel.
No,
that's what I feel in my heart. You
It's
know?
what everyone feels. Like, I said the same thing earlier. With that, if I take that New Hope deal, then I'm taking a pause.
Yeah.
Because my bandwidth and stress would be at that point where I don't want to take anything more, right? So, because obviously, like, flipping a house, I can technically buy 10 New Hope deals and do them all at once. But if I fuck up on it because I never done it before, I didn't go through that learning curve yet. I'm not comfortable with it. Then I won't do it. But because before, when you were saying, oh, I know I can do it, but I just want to take my time, that didn't make sense to me. But bandwidth and stress wise, I completely get it.
Yeah, it's just not worth it to me because then I had spent so much money incorrectly of my own. Like, I get that I may have to spend that, especially with a new marketing thing, and I need to build up my pipeline and work out any weird little kinks that for whatever reason were an issue for this person, but it's a small issue for me that are affecting my metrics. I know it may take me 2-3 months. So I'm not really just borrowing 20 racks. I'm borrowing 60 racks. I'm borrowing 60 racks. Now I work for you. That's a wrap. Even if it's just on a debt, even if it's not on an equity, even if it's on a debt, at least how my mind processes things. Now I work for that person. And it just, like, it adds a whole weird level of stress that I'm just not comfortable with.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bro. I'd rather just spend it.
Yeah.
Like myself, you know what I'm saying? If I fuck my bag up, like, I've taken so many losses of fucking eating, whatever, dog. I knew that like, it wasn't going to hit that month and it would take a couple months. I don't know. Maybe I sound crazy, but that's just
No, I think it's very fair.
bandwidth-wise, in my heart and in my mind, in my personal stress level, not interested.
No, that's the perfect answer. No, that's a good
I'll
answer.
wait 6 months, bro. Just use my own money. Like I keep doubling up now that I'm not being stupid and I'm just listening to everybody and not making my own really my own decisions. Mm-hmm. It's a wrap.
Yeah. No, I get that. I think I feel like I'm a little bit more of a gambler. But you know what? I only gamble because I know that if I had to, I could get it.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I lost the half a M that year when the market crashed.
Yeah.
Like I was stressed the fuck out, but at the same time I knew that if I needed to, I could just sell my house, or I could just pull a refi on the building that I have, and I really didn't want to. Or worst case, I can just ask my family. I don't know how much I can get from them, but like that was the safety net that made me feel more, I get ballsier in making some of the decisions that I made.
I dig that.
But yeah,
definitely balls. Yeah, I fuck with that super heavy. Yeah. But that's why I haven't borrowed any money. Now I'm just working my marketing nut up, and now I'm doing it better, smarter. I'm better marketing that works for for me.
Yeah, I think as soon as you find your niche, like yo, this is it. Yeah. Just fucking go ball deep in that. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah. Right now it's SMS and then soon mail and a little bit of PPL.
What program are you using for the SMS?
Launch Control. I love Launch Control. Love it. I love it. It was great. I'm super happy about it. It's worked way better for me than calling. Everybody left. No one does SMS anymore because they kicked everybody out. Yeah, and everyone I know that's doing wholesale is doing over 100 a month. Does SMS, and they said, Nikki, until you need to make $500,000 a year just on SMS before you spend any money on anything else, because it's just so easy. It's right there. So go say less. Doing that.
Yeah.
And it's going super well, and they've been right on what they're saying. Next, dropping a mail. I tried to drop the mail. I did it too early, Mike. I wasn't spending enough money. I bought the 3Cs, the Series BMW type of thing. You know what I mean? Spent it wrong. If you don't send out 10,000 mailers, you're not going to get a deal. It doesn't work like that, my boy. You're going to get 2 deals if you send out 10,000 mailers. That's it. You're going to get 2. If you only send out 6,000 mailers, you may not get any. So you're spending your money, but like not enough. You know, you needed 10 spins on the slot machine, and you only did 6.
Yeah, mailers don't really hit until it's like the second or third time that they see it.
Yeah, and you got to hit it for a couple months, and you got to be ready to drop 10 racks a month for 3 months, and then Waterworks average assignment to me 25 grand.
Yeah,
that's the plan. But I need 30 racks on the side just for that before I start doing it, because it's gonna take me 3 months to get my money back until it starts, like as a regular thing. But when you're just starting it, same thing with the text. The text took me a month to build a pipeline. Then second month, started getting a bunch of deals. Third month, they started closing. Now it's,
I mean, look, you're a lot further out than I was when I was with the amount of time.
Yeah.
Because you started, 4 years ago?
I technically end of 2020. End of 2020. So like 3-4 years ago.
3 years, yeah. You're definitely a lot further out than I am.
Yeah. But right now, doing 30, doing 30 a month right now with the SMS. And then I do another agent deal a month, But again, my SMS spend is $3,500, $500 a month on the plan on the Launch Control, and then about $3,000 a month in data. Gonna fucking up it and do 60. It's not that complicated.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
How does your I guess your lifestyle wise, since you made the money that you're making now, have that changed?
No. Not really. Not really at all. I'm such a low key guy. I don't go outside. I don't leave the house. Like I do even my podcast. It's in my building basically. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't leave. I don't really do too much.
Okay, that's good.
I really mean that. I'm here with a white tee. I'm trying to get super rich in blanks. Like I don't care. I don't care about clothes.
Yeah.
I got a nice watch. Shoot me.
So what's the goal of making money for you then? Like what's the what's your why? Why do you want to make this money?
Complete I don't know, freedom, and things are still expensive as hell. Things are expensive, and I want the freedom. I guess it's just the freedom. And
I feel like you have the freedom already.
I don't know. I just want it. I don't know. I want to have more kids. I got 2 baby moms. I want more kids. Like, you know, you got to have this money. You do. And I don't know. I just, like, if I'm going to do something, I want to really do it. Just eat. What's that?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I asked that question to a lot of people, and they always kind of answer the same way. And I answered the same way too when my partner asked me, and when we got deep into it, I think ultimately, for me, the reason why I want to, I guess, be successful and make money, I think it's ultimately for the respect, for my ego.
Nice. I think that's super cool that you even saying that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I love it.
I feel like I'm at the point now where, like 2 years ago, when I like lost that money, that's when I was like spending fucking thousands of dollars on designer clothes. That's when I fucking decided to buy the Lambo. And now I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm in a black tee every single day right now too. You know what I mean? My jeans are actually dirty already. I don't care. Like, I wear a nice watch, but that's like the only thing, because I feel like for
The
me,
watch is important. That is.
I feel like I can, as long as I have a watch on, I can wear whatever, and I won't feel whatever. Like, I could wear a fucking Tim's and fucking sweatpants, but if I have a nice watch on, then
no one can say anything to me.
Exactly.
And it's a good door opener. Like, you can tell, like, all right, this person's probably doing like that quality of business. I can fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
I saw on TikTok, Shannon Sharp said, you wear your watch to tell time. I wear my watch so you can tell how important my time is. And so I'm like, oh,
But I ding
that
that.
resonated a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I just want to be successful to the point where if I walk in a room, I'm just like highly respected, and everyone that's there, I have a relationship where, again, it's not transactional. Like, for me, what gives me like a really good feeling, and I was like digging deep into it, is like if I see a friend of mine at a restaurant and I'm cool with him, then it's always going to be either I pay for his bill or he pay for my bill. And it's always like that no matter what. Or like kind of whoever reaches for it first. And I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, it balances out money-wise, but it leaves you, it's a feeling of fulfillment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think I like when my wife is also happy about that shit, because like, you know, her husband's like well respected or whatever.
Bro,
Like, I think that's for me the ultimate fulfilling.
heck yeah, bro. It makes sense. I share a lot of the same feelings for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you went, bro. Who doesn't want fucking money? That's what I'm out here for fucking money. There's all these other guys getting them. We deserve it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I mean, how rich do you want to be though?
I haven't thought about that.
I feel like it comes with
I'll
certain
worry about that when I get there, you know. But like, I just know that now that I know how simple it is to do 100 a month, it's just like, it's crazy to me that I'm not doing it. I just know it's so simple, and if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it. And then we'll worry about how I feel after that. We'll worry about how my lady feels after that, you know. But I spent a lot of time not making that money. But now that I know how simple it is, bam, there we go. Right. So like, right now my business is doing like. This quarter, my business is doing better than it ever has, and not just like one sexy month. You know what I mean? Where you close one big random deal. Just my pipeline, things I have under contract, the whole program is just better than it has been. You know, so I think I'm gonna climb up there real quick by the end of the year, doing 100, and then I'll rethink what I want to do. You know, then I'll worry about my feelings.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been getting the money long enough to know yet. You know.
Yeah.
But.
Nah, like my the chubby cattle guy I was telling you about, they got valued at like $250 million, and he's on his way to $1 billion, like for sure. Like, it's kind of animal. So for me, it's like when I first, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't even wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
When I opened the ice store in 2017, I had more than them. Like, and now it's like you can't even compare.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's but because I like spend so much time with him, and I see that he's just a regular person with a crazy work ethic.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I can. Why can't I do that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I think being around hitters, bro, like they make such a big difference. And then vice versa too. If you're around people that are like energy suckers, or like they just.
But I don't. If you're an energy sucker, you're not allowed to be around me. I can't afford it right now. Yeah,
it's tough. I have like friends that I'm still close with, but I just don't want to spend as much time with them because I feel like it's always either they're always complaining about something or always talking about themselves, and I'm just like in this search of constant self-development. And I don't want to sound like a douchebag when I say that, because if they call me and they need a favor, I'm there, no problem.
Yeah.
But as far as how I want to spend the little time that I have a day right now, especially with like the new kid. Of like, yo, I'm good.
Oh, bro, I don't have anybody in my life that would remotely bring me down. I cut them out in 2 seconds, and I feel super good about it every time. I don't care. I'm for better or for worse. You know.
Yeah.
I love that you feel that way. Yeah, lean into it.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of I don't know. Like, like you said, like even from who you are now versus who you are last year, big change.
Huge.
And who you are next year compared to who you are now is gonna continue to be a big change as well. So it's like, damn, I can't even imagine who we're gonna be 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Like that's I can't even wrap my head around that. But enjoy the moment. I think that right now I feel like I want to give more time to family more than anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
I dig that. I mean, you set up your life in a way that you can. So that's cool. Heck yeah. You get this money so you can afford to.
Yeah, but I think so. When it comes to your business right now, how involved is your lady?
She's about to be even more involved. But
does she know like numbers wise, like what you're spending and?
Yeah, she's pretty involved. I talk to her about everything that's going on. She's in the room. I don't have an office. I do all my work right there in my apartment, and she does all her work right there in the apartment. She's with me 24/7.
So she's full time with you too?
No, she has her own. She's a photographer. She has her own business.
Okay.
That does well. But she's still right there. She helps me with things. She'll jump on the phone. She'll do like transaction coordinator. She's about to be my full-time transaction coordinator.
Okay.
And like take on that role, which is going to be really nice. But she's another mind I can just like vent to and talk about also, and she understands everything I'm spending.
No, it's good that you had that.
It's good to have, she's really smart. She has a marketing background. With my social media, she fully helps me with my social media. So, like, she helps me plan out all of the things that I'm going to do, and, like, kind of help me with the vision behind it and stuff. She taught me how to edit, and she's all about the algorithms and stuff. So with her business, she makes a ton of reels, and a lot of reels that she makes do stupid numbers. She does like million view reels like all the time.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of advice from her and stuff.
No, it's good that she could help you with that. I feel like a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, they don't have that, and like they go through all the psychological stress that I feel like any business owner would have, where they have to like maintain this front that everything's always okay, especially with your parents. You never want them to worry about the shit that you're going through, like how you're gonna make ends meet or whatever.
Yeah.
And you don't want your family to worry about that, so you always maintain this front that you're always okay when sometimes you're not. And you can't talk too about it with your friends, or you can't talk about it with your investors. You gotta pretend like you invest. Hey, everything's going good. Or if there's a problem, hey, I'll figure it out. And at the end of the day, only you can really shoulder that weight. And I feel like a lot of people, they get really fucked up over that.
Yeah, if you have something to bounce it off.
Right. So if you have your wife who's actually already in the business with you, then
it makes it really
share it.
Bro. Yeah, it helps me a lot offload things. Even just be able to say it out loud and not just be in a room by myself.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like I can voice my or whatever's going on. Like, I had a deal not closed today. What the hell? And like if it was just like an employee or something like that, or wherever that was bouncing this off of, or like just one of my boys could drag them down, or could make them like lose faith in like the leader. But this lady, she believes in me like crazy. She ain't ever losing faith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's good to be able to voice that.
Yeah. Plus, she won't be upset whenever you're working because she understands it.
Yeah, she's a good fucking girl. She would never. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that girls that get upset are bad, but they just unaware.
Oh yeah, no, she's aware. She gets it. So I'm very blessed. Bro. Yeah. Is your lady a major part of your business at all? Does she understand?
No, I try to keep them separate, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't. Her capacity at which she can handle stress is a lot different than mine, and I feel like if she gets too involved in it, she's just gonna be too stressed out.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I handle stress very, very well. I think only because I had cancer when I was 21. I'm cool now.